This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Burgess Snowfield at Amherst Stadium, home to the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Troy Trojans, taking on a team from Conference USA, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Trojans will kick it away to start. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Jacksonville State's offense will have the football first. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Pollard.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese. They can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
And the Gamecocks really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Wide receiver going in motion. He's going to look for a man on third and short. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
The Gamecocks will punt it away on fourth down. A quick 3 and out, and they're already giving up the ball. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. So Troy's offense has the ball for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
The Trojans have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Now the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Connor. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things, it makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella, he's always open.
You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Give to the back. Noses his way forward, maybe gets 1. They'll mark it at the 18. Sixth play of the drive coming up. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Connor. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
How nice is it in this offense to have a tight end like that guy that can come up with plays for you all over the field? We just saw the big 3rd down catch. He set him up here in the red zone. I like going back to him, maybe lining him and flexing him outside, getting a one-on-one opportunity for him to use his size advantage.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
Yeah, nice job by this defense stringing it out towards the sideline. And when I do that, man, all my body's got to rally to the football. We got to run to the football really, really hard from inside out. Nice job by the defense getting to the quarterback, making the play.
They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. The short hands, it's Petway. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. That's caught. It's Baldwin. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Got a little space. Picks up the 1st down. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They'll ride the hot hand. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
They're trying to get the receiver on a drag route and work him through all the bodies in traffic, but there's just too much happening. I don't think he saw the throw real well, and it falls incomplete.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle, it's Baldwin. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
You know, one of the areas that separate good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offenses are on 3rd down passing plays. That was the perfect call at the perfect time, and obviously executed well.
The Gamecocks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Back to pass on 2nd down. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I know everyone's yelling like, you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a 3rd down. And guess what? Nowadays, 4th down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
3rd and long, and they can get the first down without scoring a touchdown. From the gun, wants to pass. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. We've come to the end of the period. It's Troy holding the lead. We've put 1 in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. First play of the period, first down here. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Bring in the heat. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Fires one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And this defense stepping up, I love it. You got to match your offense. Your offense has got it rolling. Now this defense is doing their part.
The Trojans will punt this one away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Wants to go up top on first down. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Well, he did a good job getting to the middle of the field. That's where the offense wanted to attack on that play. He's just got to do a better job looking that football in.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Here comes the option. Now the toss. Turning it on. Touchdown Gamecocks. Great job by the back on the option.
This offense does a really nice job mixing and matching when they want to use these option plays just to catch the defense off balance. They did it right there. Great execution, getting the ball into the pitchman's hands, and man, he showed you the speed.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. They're still looking for a little more productivity as makes a grab right down the middle. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Handoff from the gun. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Finds his man. It's Higgins. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. So he was forced to just take what the defense gave him, and they were able to stop him short of the first down.
And when you're a defense and you get 3rd and long and you know exactly where those sticks are, you set your feet at them, they throw it underneath, I go rally, make the tackle. Perfect 3rd down and long execution by this defense.
And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on O. Gonna run it. It's Cook. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. On the move, he fires. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And the Gamecocks will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Trying to set up the screen. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, they pick up the 1st down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the 1st.
To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Leaves it with the back. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Power football with the run. Makes it past the marker. How about picking up tough yards like that as he gets to the 22?
How about that play by the speed back? We hear about speed backs, and he's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. But let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that and you're running full speed with everything you have, a lot of time you're just trying to get him to the ground, and you're not trying to put a good shot on him. And then all of a sudden they're breaking tackles. Great job by that young man.
Well, there wasn't a lot of mystery on that one, guys. Just simple QB sneak to keep this drive going. They've done a good job so far the entire drive, keeping the chains moving. Nice execution on the sneak. Good push up front. Quarterback picked the right side to tuck and run to, and let's see what they do to finish off this drive.
And the Trojans back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quickly complete. Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Caught close to the marker, it's Higgins. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
A first down run on the doorstep. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
To the air on second down. Looking to get it in. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's third and goal. He wants to throw it. Lets it go to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. Fourth down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
He wants it all. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Troy. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Finds his tight end. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Gamecocks in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Throws to the back. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
From the gun on third down. Steps away. He's going to take off. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll move the tight end. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bryant. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
The Gamecocks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Higgins. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
This is a good example of spacing in the passing game. You get the ball to your receiver quickly and just give him a little bit of space so that he has the ability to turn around and make a guy miss, and then go get extra yards.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And they're feeling themselves a little bit, right? Just make a big play, and I like it. Try to keep the momentum going. Try to capitalize. Make another big play. Taking the big shot down the field. This offense is going to be aggressive. You can tell.
Hand off from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Rush is on him. That's reeled in. It's Thomas. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
The Trojans are marching down the field. Running back searching for a hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The run from the shotgun. Oh, what a cut! Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Got it in the middle. It's Bryant. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Troy! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got enough for the first down. Breaks into the open. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And they tack on the extra point to cut the lead to 21-17. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. Looking for a crease. It's Lovett. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try the run. There he goes. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Pulls it in. It's Thomas. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
And the Trojans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Connor. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
That was a nice grab by the tight end. Didn't get many yards, wasn't real open, but at least make the catch, at least get a little positivity on the play.
The Trojans are on the move. Off the play fake on first down. Makes a connection. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Oh, man, did he turn that one loose and fired it into the teeth of the zone.
And you know, as a quarterback, Reese, when you're throwing it to the perimeter of the field on these curl routes, you've got to have some heat. You've got to have arm talent to get that ball out quickly into the hands of your receiver before all those defenders can get to it. Man, this QB's got a cannon.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
No, and that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. With the catch, it's Bryant. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Leaves it with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give on the inside. He has the first and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Really nice run again. We've seen that on this drive. They've run a ton of plays, and we've seen that all game long. I think when you have a lead like this late in the third quarter, just keep giving this guy the ball. Every time he gets it, something good seems to happen. If you're going to ice this game, it's going to be because this running back keeps having success.
Off play action on first down. That pass is incomplete. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he didn't find a whole lot of running room, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Takes the handoff. It's Lovett. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
No good. After the miss, the lead is still 4.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
Tight end now in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback.
He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. They move on top here in the fourth.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
If he makes this one, the lead will be 3, and at least a field goal won't beat you. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That drive, a great example of just how potent this offense can be. 2 plays, 80 yards, give them the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it in. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Great place to start for this offense. They'll run it. It's Cook. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
And talking to coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's got it on the run. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He'll keep it on the sneak. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on 1st and goal, but they can also drain the clock. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And down here near the goal line, you got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville State.
And both sides of the ball late in the football game coming together. Defense forces the turnover. Offense punches it in. 2-possession lead in this 4th quarter.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. He'll do it himself. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
When you're a defensive guy and you want to fire in and you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know if I fire in, he's just going to give the football up, you got to be patient. You got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football, you got to go tag him. But the problem is these guys are such good athletes. They're so hard to catch once they do pull the football. But it's kind of like the hidden hat trick. You know, where's the ball? It's underneath this one. No, I picked this one up. No, it's gone. It's underneath this one. Nope, there it is. It's gone.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Man, what a throw. Under duress, getting hit as you throw, and he's been sacked several times today. I love how he continues to hang in the pocket and make plays for this offense.
And the Trojans with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. He wants to throw it again. Grabbed behind the line. It's Lovett. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
And, man, that is not the 3rd down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a 4th down now.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Motion from the back. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Under fire. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
Get the quarterback off his spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all 3 of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Never a doubt. And now the lead's extended a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough... He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
The offense has got to find something here in the 4th quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot, unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
He'll keep it himself. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
How easy was that? I mean, when you got a quarterback that can run design runs like this and get you 5+ yards just and make it look that easy, God, it makes it really hard for the defenses to stop.
The Trojans come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. At the 40, there he goes. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Well, you're trailing here in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're going to hurry up. Really nice job of awareness by the quarterback that time. Nothing open. You got to scramble. You got to go get the 1st down, yes, but also getting out of bounds to try and preserve as many seconds as you can on the clock.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Connor. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Hey, the defense is going to give you those all day. We're late in the game now. They've got the big lead. Expect them to play big zone defenses and try to keep the football in front of them. If you want to throw it short, they're just going to rally to the ball and just bleed this game out.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Here's a throw downfield late. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Off the play fake. Fires to the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Makes the catch. It's Thomas. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Quickly out to the tight end. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
The Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Catch in the middle, it's Higgins. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that 4th down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy is not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
I'm sure these guys on offense dreamed of this situation. Big stage, time winding down, desperately needing a score. Well, now they can make those dreams reality. And the Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give to the tailback. Sweet cut there. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Lets it fly. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Man, the offense, they can taste it. They're on the road in a hostile environment in a 2-minute situation. They're trying to rip this game away from the home team. They take a shot into the end zone, being aggressive. I love the play call, but it falls incomplete.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Looking to the end zone. This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown, and you've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. 25 ticks remaining. There's enough time if they can recover this onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.